desire, driven, the skill and competitive spirit to find the will to win. That's PGF softball. High fly ball, well struck center field. That's a rocket down the line. At Little Southern California dreaming, and you've got it all, the PGF Nationals. So put away the sunscreen and pass the eye black, because the light shines the brightest on those willing to lay it all on the line for a national championship. It's a crescendo of 2 amazing weeks of softball. It's the Premier Girls Fastpitch National Championship at the 14U age group in beautiful Southern California. You've reached Irvine, California as your destination. Deanna Manning Stadium, Bill Barber Park. What a thing of beauty it is as we see these 2 talented teams out of Spotsylvania in Virginia, Virginian Unity, and out of the San Joaquin Valley in Central California, it's the California Grapettes. Hi there, folks, and welcome back to the ballpark. Certainly glad to have all of you as you come inside joining us for this wonderful championship. Amanda Freed, softball legend. My name is Darren Sutton. The Grapettes have been incredible, Amanda. They're perfect thus far. And the Unity, a great story. They lost their opener. They've gone 10-0 since. It's been an amazing run.
Well, it's 2 different sides to this PGF story. You have a team that dropped game 1, and you know how difficult it is to have to fight back through that loser's bracket. They made it to today. Grapettes, on the other hand, went through perfect, but it doesn't matter when you get to this point in the tournament. Winner takes all, and both teams are fresh today. We're going to see some good softball, and somebody's going to come away with the championship.
Let's introduce you to this unique Unity team. You want to talk about trust in one another after losing the opener in the Virginia Unity with Walker, Harris, Bain, White, Knight, Young, Sims, and Tober. Riley Johnson is in right field. Tamara Drummer is in the circle, and Tamara goes to work. Young, talented pitcher as a part of this team, working behind Tamara. Drummer Team Money, as they call her, out of San Rafael, California. Pitcher first and a third baseman. We'll tell you more. We'll tell you that Yaya is in center field. Turbise is in right field. Hernandez is in left. Duarte and Allen in the middle of the infield. McNair and Garcia on the other side. Drummer pitches to Angel Amesa. Let's go. Let's play this thing. It's a 14U championship. Drummer right to work with the bat in her hands, on the move, depositing that one into left field. That's Ramsey Walker. That is a double, and that's the way we like to open things.
We were joking before the broadcast, Darren, that this Unity team has had to play 10 straight, or 11 straight, 10 straight wins, but they've had a bunch of extra at-bats in the process. But first pitch swinging, a great leadoff double for Ramsey Walker.
Destiny Harris is next. This reaction is just classic. Those eyes. Oh, I'm on it.
And a lot of times you see a player blink at contact. Those eyes stayed focused.
First pitch is up and in to Dest in Norfolk, Virginia, her home, Granby High School, where she's a 2024 grad. She dreams of Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma, Auburn, or Clemson as schools where she'd love to play as she pops that one foul. Son of, or the daughter, I should say, of Cindy and Emilio. Her dad, as I spun it around there, went to Bethune-Cookman for football and baseball. Destiny Harris, center fielder. Pushes that punt foul off to the right side. A lot of success along the way. Norfolk champions in softball at Blair Middle School. A 2, 100, and 4x100 champion, a track star at middle school as well. A lot of athleticism to lean on as she fouls that one back. Rise ball there. Drummer, Tamara, San Rafael High School. Thomas is her dad. Brother is Tommy, he's 11 years old. Drummer also plays volleyball and basketball and plays them well as that's inside. 2-2 the count. that lead toe, loads the back leg. Really looks to uncoil as she does that time on a pitch in.
The drummer is not shying away from that inside corner. She's gonna make Harris really work for this at bat. Harris would love to be able to go opposite side, hit something to second base, first base, right field to move the base runner over to third, but it's really difficult to do that with that high, tight rise ball.
Pops that one up, foul territory. Losing the mask, unable to make the play that time. Angela Mesa comes up empty. Ended up having to twist around and play it on a backhand, so she'll have another chance again. 2-2 the count. Virginia Unity softball. Go ahead, Amanda.
Yeah, those are, you take for granted how difficult those fly balls are for catchers. If you're third baseman and you can get over there quickly and take it from her, it's a much easier play.
Goes out and gets it, a line drive into center field. They're going to send the runner on around toward the plate, catching him by surprise. All the way to the backstop, big aggressive turn into second base. Let's start with the piece of hitting for Harris. A pitch eyeball high, level swing, hit it firm.
Well, Harris had a pulse on this high pitch, but she makes the adjustment and gets on top of this chest high pitch, drives it into center field. And then it does catch Doherty a little bit off guard. I don't think she anticipates Walker going home, so she turns the other way, looking towards Harris at first base. And Walker's able to sneak home.
And then it all unraveled just a little bit because then while the focus was on Harris, then once it shifted, Harris took second base. And here's Brindley Bain out of Rockvale, Tennessee. Part of a 10U championship, that Fury team that won it. An active infield there, moving all around. McNair was streaking across. They're looking for that bunt. Garcia's at first, coming in quickly. That one misses outside. You talk about Virginia Unity, we'll tell you they're headquartered in Spotsylvania, Virginia. But players from Central Virginia, West Virginia, in this case Tennessee, Maryland. Next level instruction, keeping up with the rapid pace of growth of this sport. There's something about having to win every game, isn't there?
Oh my gosh.
After you lose the first?
Well, because then you just kind of have that, well, hey guys, look, what do we have to lose? We're going to go out there, put it out on the field. If we accidentally knock a couple people out, spoil some tournaments, that's fun too. But that is a journey from that loser's bracket.
That's a high strike, but a strike nonetheless. It's a tough visual because it starts just below the letters. Where it's caught, it appears high, but that's a rise ball. That crossed through in the strike zone. Pulled back, change of pace, swing and a miss. Esther White, Essie as she is known, New Johnsonville, Tennessee. Homeschooled athlete, plays sports though for Waverly Central High School, where she'll be a 10th grader. Some leadership from Jay Ross and Josh Johnson. Ross has been a part of 13 national championships, including winning the 17 PGF 10U National. Josh Johnson, been a part of several championships as well. Tommy Bain, Scott Young, Joe Braden also on the staff. Essie takes high.
I think timing is going to be key against Drummer because she's not an overpowering pitcher, but you can tell how well she moves the ball, and the spin she gets disrupts timing.
Drummer comes right back. Look at this change of pace. Good screwball.
Yeah, a couple of swings way out in front. This isn't a true changeup, but it does change speeds.
Out of Yantis, Texas, Emma Knight. Emma Lou Knight. Rains High School, heading into her freshman year. 0-1 the count. Many of these athletes on that team that won a PGF Premier at the 10U age group. This is the daughter of Missy and Lee. In the classroom has never made anything less than an A in 9 years of school.
Big cut. So you can see Unity's a little bit far out in front. Drummer has really good spins, decent speed, but that rise ball kind of flutters in there. So you see it, it looks good, tempting. When you start your swing, you realize you're a little quicker pace than the pitches. We've seen a lot of undercuts.
High fly ball, shallow center field. Looking into the sun, but there to make the play, Kaylee Yaya, the center fielder. Virginia Unity with a double and a single. They strike first out of the gates, and they lead it in this 14U game, 1-0. It's been a perfect 6-0 run for the Grapettes out of Central California against the Virginia Unity today. Kaylee Yaya is in that leadoff spot. Alicia Duarte, McNair, Drummer Garcia, Hernandez, Permenter, Mesa, and Allen 1 through 9. Their foe on this day, those sleeves rolled up and she's ready to go to work. Meet Lily Parrish. Parrish, Hanover High School in Mechanicsville, Virginia, class of 2024. Fires a strike over the outside corner. Parrish will tell you her pitching strengths, getting swings and misses and missing barrels. Skills, rise, change, combo, that's what she shared. That change misses outside, 1-1 the count.
Well, that's definitely a combo you want to have. The rise ball being the quick, and then the change up, change in eye level, and change in speeds.
Kaylee Yaya's out of Rohnert Park, California, takes one with her, squeaks it on by, elite speed, no chance. Talk about a blink of an eye, and she was on, popped it up, but intended certainly to take it with her.
Right, and then talk about reading the D. Look at, she just puts the barrel out, so it does look like a bunt, and because of that, Sims breaks for first to cover, and that just forces her to have to go to the backhand and gives Yaya time to get down.
Alicia Duarte out of Tracy, California. John C. Kimball High School. Daughter of Leroy and Nicole. That one will move the runner up, sailing to the backstop. Ridley Bain is the battery mate for Lily Parrish. A little bit too tough for her to handle. She's got the neon green on the fingernails so that the signs can be seen. She fires that sign out to Lily, dealing with Duarte. That one sails high, 2-0 the count. Duarte certainly leans on her aunt for guidance at this sport especially. Skylyn Myers played for Sonoma State. She broke the record most doubles in a season her senior year. That's Auntie Skylyn. 3-0 the count.
It's a really cool generation of athlete coming up now where you hear the mom and the aunt and different family members who were able to play in college, whereas before we didn't have the same exposure, there weren't the same types of opportunities. So this is, I enjoy hearing these family stories.
A patient at bat, a walk after a single, and for the Grapettes, that's how you start things and bounce right back. Kelsey McNair's out of San Rafael, California. And at San Rafael High School, where she's a 2024 grad. So heading into her sophomore year. She remembers being 9, playing for a 10U team in this event. As she drops down a pretty bunt, on top of it, pouncing. A nice play there, coming down the third base side.
You gotta love when your number 3 hitter is willing to drop that sacrifice bunt. When you look at her numbers, you think, oh, you just gotta let her swing away. She's got this RBI potential, but now you've got runners at third and second base with only 1 out.
Emma Knight with a nice play there. Changeup stayed high. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Pitcher Tamara Drummer battling her counterpart in the circle. Drummer lifts that one left side of the infield. Over in front to make the plays. Knight one more time. Ashley Garcia is out of Vacaville, California, Dixon High School sophomore. Where would she love to go play? How about Oklahoma State? How about Alabama? Those are her top 2 choices right now. 0-1 the count. Vanessa is her mom. Carlos is her dad. There are 5 at home. She the oldest, and then it's Sophia, Aaron, and Adriana, who's just 6 months old. So a family full, as that one is fouled back. My guess is they're all pulling for Ashley. Maybe everyone but Adriana, who at 6 months old, doesn't know what's going on.
She's pulling for attention.
Top 40 freshman in Sacramento. The Sacramento Bee newspaper. In the San Joaquin section. She's done gymnastics when she was younger. Played basketball as well, Ashley Garcia. Lily buries it in. Oh, what a pitch. Just enough English, had the screwball spin to it, started in her half, ended up right at the knuckles. Through 1, Unity on top, out of Virginia, 1-0. 1-0. Top half of the second inning. Unity out of Virginia on top of the Grapettes, and the Virginia Unity team with Sid Young out of Charleston, West Virginia to lead things off. Sydney, St. Albans High School. That one is just off the plate. 1-0 the count. Liz and Scott are her parents, and her brother is Preston, a couple of years younger. 2-0 the count to Sydney.
You gotta watch out for Sydney if you're a corner, because she's got some good power, but she will sneaky bunt. It's a good spot for her in this leadoff position.
Popped up, right side. Turned into an out by Ashley Garcia, the first baseman. McCall Sims is from Martin, Tennessee. Westview High School, where she's a rising freshman. Doug and Kelly are her parents. And she's ahead in the count. 1-0 is McCall. Mama college basketball player, Tennessee Martin. 2-0 the count. attack over the inside corner, almost wrapped it around that corner.
Yeah, it's nice to see some command from Drummer. She's working that inside and outside, mixing speeds, and we've seen a bunch of that rise ball.
Pulls the hands in, lifts it left field, tracking over her shoulder. Fine play out there by Hernandez. Kept going, and in the end, she ran it down. Jocelyn with a nice grab.
This ball just kept carrying. It looked like it was going to be further than it was, but Hernandez had such a good read on it. You get to see her just tracking it all the way into the glove. Great drop step and focus all the way through the catch.
Change up, skips in there. 1-0 the count to Hannah Tober. And out of Lenexa, Virginia, New Kent High School, where she's a freshman. Duke, Virginia Tech, UVA, Florida, some of the schools that she thinks about when she thinks about college.
And Amesa's doing some good work behind the plate. She's working with a lot of spin, so she's trying to keep it over the edge.
Easy chance turned into an out. And a nice job there, cleaned up easily. And this is the over-the-shoulder catch. That's extra bases. That play's not made. Don't take that for granted, 1-0. Celebrating this sport, certainly being outdoors and playing against one another and having everything opened up. The 2021 Premier Girls Fastpitch National Championship opened up so much, you got to find some shade when you get out so much. Last year, didn't enjoy losing so many events around the country. Unity leading it by a score of 1-0. Bunts right out of the circle and hopping on and making the plays, Lily Parrish. Hernandez, who made that fine defensive play just a few moments ago, is the first out of the inning. Hernandez out of Tracy, California, the daughter of Clarice and Jose.
And I really like the idea to drop a bunt. Almost a perfect spot. You've got a great fielding pitcher in Parrish out there in the circle, so a little more left, a little more right, and that could potentially be a base hit.
The count to Haley Permenter, and she did not go around. Hayes out of Fairfield, California. University of Oregon is her dream school. Pitcher's pitch, 1-1. Haley's dad is Troy, mom is Lisa. Older brother is Justin. Younger sis is Hannah, just 7 years old. I don't know, Freed. I feel it in this game. Maybe more than one home run.
You think so?
Just thought I'd go ahead and open up and share all that with the viewers.
It's quite an early prediction.
I thought I'd get it out there. Gives me more chances. To the right side, half swing, got a pitch down and away. And I feel two, actually. 2 homers is what I'm feeling today, folks. Angela Mesa, San Rafael, California. Maha is her mom. Brian is her dad. Dad was a great soccer player. All-star travel man. Her aunt on her dad's side was a great softball pitcher. Another aunt on dad's side, a catcher. Used to catch Maureen Brady, Tom Brady's sister.
Oh. Maya Brady's mother.
That's exactly right. Some great sports stories. Her same man played for San Diego State University. She's proud of that athleticism, is Mesa. Started behind the plate, did Angel, for her high school team varsity level as a freshman, defensive player of the year her freshman year, which means she can catch. 1-2 the count. That's at San Rafael High School, by the way. In her freshman year, 3.8 GPA to get high school started. 2-2 the count.
I was just so happy that these athletes had a high school season, because it was really late in the game for us here in California that they decided to start, pushed it back a little, shortened the season, had to make adjustments, but we had a really nice season and it's good to get back out on the field.
Two and two the count. Grapettes, Central California, San Joaquin Valley in the black uniforms. Virginia Unity in the gray uniforms. 3-2 the count. She was in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes, and trying to dig her way right out. Jelly has worked it to a 3-2. Chases. A gutsy pitch. That was ball 4, but an effective rise ball once it sailed through, in, and out of the zone. You commit, and then you're in trouble. End of 2. Unity from Virginia up 1-0. What a great program in the San Joaquin Valley, the Grapettes, and we have a quick chat with Mike Moose McNair. 2 decades, Coach, you've been coaching softball, and these are special moments. You don't take it for granted when you have a team go a perfect 6-0 to run to the championship game, do you?
No, I'm really proud of the girls. They came out to play, and we were a little banged up, and we had a couple weeks off. We couldn't play because we were hurt, and maybe it helped them, but they've really stayed loose, and they've just done a fantastic job, so I couldn't be more proud.
Well, obviously, to get to this point in the tournament, you've got to have great pitching. You got a great pitcher out there in the circle. I'm curious about your staff and about Tamara Drummer. What makes her so effective out there?
Well, she's really cool and calm, and you know, she just nothing really affects her. She's smooth. She doesn't walk many people. She has a lot of movement on the ball. So we go with her all the time. She got over 50 wins this year against great teams, and I'm really proud of her too.
Moose, what are some of the standards if I wanted to wear one of your uniforms? Your young athletes that wear this uniform, what do you expect of them?
Oh, you know, we're a little different than most. I expect them to be individuals. They can be into other stuff. We actually encourage them to play other sports if it fits into the schedule. You know, and they're all just different personalities, and it makes it a lot of fun.
We appreciate it. By the way, my analyst, Amanda, just pumped her fist in the air in affirmation of that call of playing other sports. Go get them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Outstanding, that Grapettes program. Mike Moose McNair. Hashim Yahya is also on his staff. He's a legend, by the way. He's a San Rafael High School coach at the varsity level. That's why some of these names ring familiar to him, high school and travel. You like that, do you, Freed? Multiple sports.
Well, I love it, especially at this age. Usually in 14U, you start to see the girls specialize, and I just think that's when you get to do so many different things in high school. Explore your talents, get better. I'm telling you, volleyball, soccer made me a better softball player in the long run because of the cross-training and the constant activity and the brain break, the chance to step away from the game and love it throughout.
Riley Johnson takes outside, 3-2 the count from Spotsylvania, Virginia. He's got that glove. He's ready to roll just in case a foul ball comes his way. The 3-2. Little roller, hugging the line. Gotta play it. Johnson was out front, got the end of the bat. Sometimes you love when you have that fortunate contact. Riley's on.
And she's laughing because this is not what she had in mind, but these work every time, those swinging bunts. I mean, you really just can't draw them up any better than that. No way to defend it, and then you've got the speed down the line. I mean, it's a base hit every time.
Ramsey Walker doubled and scored back in the first inning. Rams beat takes strike one. She's from Shreveport, Louisiana. Calvary Baptist Academy, a 10th grader. Virginia Unity certainly glad to have her joining from all the way down in beautiful Louisiana. And hits a rocket shot foul. No balls and 2 strikes on the daughter of Heather and Clint Ramsey. Also has Riley, Reese, and Cooper as her siblings. First year out of the gates, high school softball, all-state first team. And a perfect 4.0 in the classroom. Done waiting, steps out. That'll move the runner up. Johnson goes to second base, RBI chance for a 5-tool player, Ramsey Walker. There's some power in this bat, by the way.
And by the way, Ramsey was turning on that inside pitch, driving it down the left field line, the way that we saw that first base hit and then that foul ball a few pitches ago. You would think she'd be an easy miss on the outside corner, but then that pitch right there just off the outer edge, and she's still able to cover.
On a dying line drive, trying to get 2. You bet they got 2. Waiting for everything to come together. Duarte got back to the bag, a little lob to second. That's a double play.
Nice execution on that pitch. Look for the runner off the bag. Communication happened at the end to complete the play. It's a double play. Way to stay on that bag.
Is there room? We'll see. You bet, a little basket catch to put it away by Amesa. Angel with a nice grab that time. There was a single by Riley Johnson, but then a double play on a fine play. Pitcher made that one, catcher made this one, 1-0. Josh Johnson, boy, good to see you, Coach. Thanks for being with us, the head coach of this Virginia Unity team. So you lose game 1. What'd you tell your squad after you lose game 1?
I'm glad we brought 20 kids. How about that?
Well, speaking of that, talk about the depth, especially in the circle, to have to go that many games. You look like you got a fresh arm in the circle. Talk to me about just the depth of your staff and how important that was coming through this tournament.
Well, I wouldn't say she's quite fresh, but she's got a big old blister on her finger, but she's been fighting through it. We won USA Nationals last week, so she got a lot of innings over the last couple weeks, but the staff is really strong. I mean, obviously we have Addison Linton as well and Caden Camper that threw a lot this week. Caden came in really big in the second game yesterday against Georgia Impact to help us carry us through a really tough day yesterday.
How proud are you of your bunch? What were a couple of the moments that you love? You don't have to give full SportsCenter replays,
Sure.
but a couple moments when you either heard from your team or moments in games where you thought, you know what, we may just make it even though we lost this first one.
Well, I think that Friday was a huge day for us, and then obviously yesterday we had 2 ITB games. Addison Linton threw 2 games back to back, and we started a 3rd game. That was a big moment yesterday. But earlier in the week, I mean, right after the Ohio Hawks loss, we had a really coming to Jesus meeting and kind of figured it out, and the girls kind of took a meeting for themselves, and we really talked about what the word unity means and how our logo is set up, and the U's broken and the I stands by itself in the middle. So we just try to put everybody together and make sure they had 20 sets of eyes on every pitch.
Give me the background of who came up with that look. I love that logo.
So to be honest, I started this thing in 2014. Run the organization, and with Mark Ratcliffe and Richie Jacobs back in 2014, we were kicking around some names, and then everybody was elite, everybody was gold, everybody was premier, everybody was this, but we wanted to be a team without using the word team. So we just really talked about how can we make team better and just cut the individual piece out. I mean, team success equals individual attention. That's kind of our motto, and that's what we've been rolling with for the last 7 years.
And I'm fired up with that answer. Best of luck the rest of the way.
We
Great
appreciate
stuff.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was outstanding. What a great answer, huh, Amanda?
Yeah.
By the way, here's what went on with the Unity team. You have to be unified when you give your coach the business as well. Yep.
Coach has to be on board also.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
talk about being fresh in the circle, and that is a lot of games and back-to-back tournaments. And I would imagine before the game, everybody getting together, all the pitchers, and saying, okay, comparing blisters, and all right, whose blister smallest, who's starting this game? But apparently, still quite a bit of energy.
Sharing life-changing stories of logos, and he's got 11 Groucho Marxes behind him. Brianna Allen earned the walk to start things for the Grapettes. That one spoiled back to the screen. Bree out there at first is out of Napa, California. Played at PGF when she was 10. Michelle and Shay are her parents. And her sister, by the way, is Bree at first, is looking to get things going. Is going to go down and play in Arizona. Yavapai play softball. Come on, Yavapai. 0-2 the count. On Yaya, she goes down on strikes.
Parrish fired up on this strikeout. A nice sequence of pitches. She really had to fight for this K. Finishes it with a nice screwball that rises to the outside part of the plate.
One 1-0 the count. Alicia Duarte. Good pitch right in. She didn't like anything about that pitch once she swung at it. Her favorite player, sorry Amanda, her favorite player, one you know very well, Bubba Nichols. She said not only is she outstanding in softball, but takes time to give back and help younger players like my age.
You know, Bubba really is one of those athletes. I know when I go up to the games at UCLA and I bring my kids, she's always the first one to come over and greet the kids and just connect with them, and such a humble, sweet human being. And an amazing softball player.
1-1 the count. On it. I mean, right on it. Back to the screen it goes. Bottom half of the third inning. Premier Girls Fast Pitch 12U just wrapped up this 14U game. Look out. Premier Girls Fast Pitch 14U Premier Division National Title game. We had 10 and 12 earlier today. This is the final championship game of this amazing two-week event. Excited to have two outstanding programs representing the sport at the 14U age group. Lily rocks and fires, shot, foul.
I think this is a perfect example for pitchers of staying in a spot until you see the hitter make an adjustment. Parrish goes a little high, little high, little higher, and then there's the adjustment at the plate. We'll see what pitch comes next.
Curveball, boom, outside corner, that's strike 3. Oh, baby, what a pitch with a lot of late movement.
That's where you go high, and then once you get that hitter committed to that up and in zone, that completely opens up that down and out, and you couldn't execute that any better.
Lily Parrish faces Kelsey McNair. Lily, Hanover High School class of 24. Jean dreams of being a Georgia Bulldog someday if she plays in college, which she plans on doing. And a quick call of time. Lily asked who inspires her. She said, my dad. He invests all his time into this sport. He pushes me to be the best softball player I can. He's a good dad to my brother and I and supports my mom. That one is fouled off. Lily in the circle, certainly trying to honor her game and her family. Been fun to watch her work so far. One and one the count to McNair. Had a sac bunt, first time out. Grapettes McNair winning a state championship a season ago. 2-1. Of course, Dad, Moose, coach of this program. Mom is Stephanie. Two and two the count. She's played in this event 6 times. As such a young athlete already to have this opportunity. Goes out, gets one, pops it to the right side. Right along the line, the play is made to end things by Sydney Young. 3 innings of swinging the bat. 1-0 is the score out of Virginia. The Unity squad leads it. PGF 14U, Premier Girls Fastpitch, the Premier Division Championship game. Dan Hayes, the president and CEO, and we celebrate 2 full weeks of softball, Dan. And I'm going to give you a chance right now to celebrate your team, your staff, the families, and this community that pulled together these 2 straight weeks because you guys didn't have much time.
Yeah, we need to keep in mind that the state didn't open up until June 15th, and we had 45 days to orchestrate and plan and execute a 17-day national event that we normally take 6 to 8 months to do. So I can't say enough about my staff. I told them all a couple days ago we're going to sit down in a couple weeks and wonder how we pulled this off.
And we see it as Brinley Bain lines it into left field. She'll get a chance to run. Nice job backing it up out there is Hernandez. She'll get it back in. Throw is a little bit high and in there. Standing up, Bain is there. Nice level swing. She smoked that softball, Amanda.
That's a good job of getting her team started. Right back up the middle. A tough play, you go for the catch, but instead of one hopping, it goes under the glove all the way to the fence. And then when you've got speed like Brinley Bain does, you head for third. Get that leadoff triple.
Haley Whitmore will run. Haley Whitmore will head out. Dan Hay is joining us. California's a big place, but you have managed to make it, as you said, feel like a community in a small town. Talk to me about your local areas, your local businesses, how they've pulled together to help you do this, because you need hotels, you need restaurants, you need it all to make it work, and you guys have.
Yeah, the city of Irvine, the city of Fountain Valley, the city of Huntington Beach, the city of Anaheim all pulled together, and they understood they were coming out of COVID too. And there were hiccups even with our municipalities, but I told them all, let's not focus on mistakes. Let's just focus on how fast we can get them fixed. And when you take that approach, most of our customers normally don't see what's going on behind the scenes. They're seeing a product that's being put on very professionally, I hope. So.
Well, speaking about the product, so the tournament's been going on for a decade now. How would you assess this tournament, the talent at the tournament? From the opening ceremonies on, how would you assess this tournament in comparison to the ones in the years past?
By the way, don't be surprised if a squeeze happens here, because I'm just feeling it for some reason.
Call it, man.
Coach's brain coming out.
Just the substitution when it was done, the timeout that was called, something's there. He's cooking up something over there at third base. So I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
It's okay. Maybe it wasn't that important. I want to know about the talent, because we've been talking about the talent level at this tournament. You've been doing it for a decade. It's just felt different this week. I want you to tell me what you feel is different about the talent and just the environment this PGF has had to offer compared to last.
Listen, our motto has always been we're the best of the best play, and the best of the best truly come out to Southern California every year. And our 18s and 16 and under national championships last week, our All-American games, our future All-American games, and every one of these age groups this week has been top-level softball. And I don't think you would think after a year and a half of sitting out for COVID, but most of these kids got to play in respective states that they lived in. It was just California that was shut down, and all the California athletes would drive to or fly out of state every weekend to play. So they've been keeping their skills up, and we see that by the level of play on the field here at Nationals.
Dan Hay, President and CEO of PGF, runner at third, nobody out, trying to add to a 1-0 lead. And certainly a celebration of recruiting, albeit in a new world where you can't contact these athletes till later on. But here at the 14U age group, I know you had a ton of coaches at all levels visiting this event.
Yeah, they really flood the 18 and 16 and under level, because that's where they can actually talk to the kids. And so we had, I would say, 350 to 500 coaches here last week, and I was very happy to see that there was a lot of coaches here for the first 3 or 4 days of the 14 and under division also, because these are the future kids coming up. They've got to get them on their radar, even though they can't make any contact with them yet. So,
well, with a lot of coaches here, you certainly started it. Let's get a little rundown, trying to make things interesting. That was a design play, certainly.
Yes, that was designed to get the defense focused on the runner between first and second, and in hopes that the kid on third can squeeze. Now, the kid on third should be taking a little bit of a bigger lead, because this kid wants to draw the throw. You want the pickle right there, and the kid should be creeping down the line a little bit more, because the minute that kid at second would have thrown the first, the kid at third would have broke home.
I'm out of here. You can
That's
take
it.
it.
That's it?
Well, I haven't coached travel ball for a few years, but I'm still a high school coach, and I've got that in my bag of plays. So
She finally did take second base. Runners on second and third, chatting with Dan Hay. The athletes really took advantage of the downtime. As you said, they either found games or worked out at home more than they ever have. They just had the attitude they weren't going to be beat once they got out to get out and play. That one is crushed but foul. The philanthropic side of things has always mattered for this event. Here once again with the John Wayne Cancer Institute, we see the give back.
Yeah, over the last 7-8 years, PGF has given the John Wayne Cancer Institute a little over $500,000. In fact, I think we're starting to approach the $600,000 mark. At opening ceremonies that you can see on the screen, we presented.
Nice job, by the way.
I did some film work there.
Invoice our producer.
We presented Anita Wayne, John Wayne's granddaughter, $61,000.
It's in for a base hit. They'll score one, trying to score two. That one skips away. 2-run score all the way into third. The throw heads to third with the tag safe at third base. We won't lose touch with what we're talking about because it matters, but let's walk through this play one more time because a big RBI for Emma Knight here.
You want to take it, Dan? You
No,
want me
go
to
ahead.
get it?
You got it.
Well, I mean, clutch base hitting, that's what this tournament's all about. And then the runners have been so active today. Look at how aggressive. Great leads as soon as that ball's down. Both runners heading for home. And then Knight going for third. She takes that risk. And she's in there safely.
You were saying you made a large presentation again this year.
Yes, we are very in tune with the John Wayne Cancer Institute, very good friends with Anita Wayne and Ethan Wayne and Patrick Wayne, and we presented the Institute with a check for $61,000 at our last opening ceremony. So we were very proud to do so. That's money's coming from every team that's built into their players' fees. And we love supporting them and giving them as much support as we can, because the Cancer Foundation, I've got a son who's a cancer survivor. Everybody in our program has been touched by this. So it is something that's close to my heart and close to PGF's heart. So.
Well, when you announced it at the banquet, the coaches' dinner, it was a collective applause for that. I think that that's something that everybody enjoys being able to do. And as you mentioned, cancer has touched so many people. I think that it's a real act of generosity that coaches, all the coaches here were happy to help with.
Turns and throws, and that one went sideways and a run scores.
They had a safety squeeze on that time instead of a suicide squeeze. But I knew he was going to try that sooner or later.
Now you can always tell when they take a step out and relook at that wristband also. But look at how hard McNair's charging in. She knows where that play is, and I think she is so close to home, she doesn't recognize how close Emma Knight is. That's a rundown right there. All she's got to do is run a little further, make that throw, get Knight out at third, and then worry about the trail runner.
Yeah, the player did her job of reading the bunt.
That one will go all the way to the wall. It's a race around the base paths. They'll stop the runner at third. That one was scalded. Sims with a line drive that ended up one-hopping the wall. 2 bases.
And this just lasered, and this is difficult as an outfielder to read this, so a little step in before turning, and that's why that ball went all the way to the fence. But look at that connection, such a sweet swing. Great effort on the ball. Right now, Unity is just, they're not letting up.
And they go to make a move right now. Kelsey McNair steps over. Go ahead, Dan.
By the way, Darren, I mentioned that I still coach high school ball. Well, this person to my right, Amanda, I'm very fortunate to have her as a pitching coach on our team.
I try.
Dan Hay, president and CEO. There's his pitching coach.
And the other co-head coach is a valuable asset to our PGF staff, Shelly Luce. So we've got our whole high school at Marina High School in Huntington Beach. We're all working here at PGF too.
I think we're so fortunate that it's in our backyard too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I love every year that I can essentially ride my bike to Central Park and catch a game and go to opening ceremonies. It's festivities for my whole family, and so I love that it's right here.
Explain to those that are just catching this championship game, Dan, how regionally things break out, after this and leading up to this, and how you guys are growing more and more and more. This is the Super Bowl out here, but there are far, far more events than people know about around the United States.
Yeah, well, we had 605 teams over the last 17 days visit us here, and these teams come here due to a combination of invites and bursts and qualifiers. And a lot of these teams qualified in tournaments in all parts of the country in order to earn a trip to come here to PGF Nationals.
That one misses outside. It's that combination, as we talked about, of fun, but also providing a stage to be seen. Whether you want to play at the next level. And I think experientially, I think that as that one's rolled to the right side, step on the bag, come home with it. Not in time, another run scores. It's 5-0.
That's great aggressive base running.
That's Sydney Young is who that is. And it's an RBI for Tober. 5-0 is the score. So much of it is about memories. I always say that if you're doing travel sports well, then you're creating good memories, right? Family time, friendship time. When you have conversations with those families, even a year or two later, they probably always go back and they say, I remember this, or that dinner, or this trophy. It's got to be fun to help create memories, Dan.
Absolutely. There it is. There it is.
That's the squeeze you talked about. Dead ball is called.
She was out of the box.
Stepped out of the box. 2 outs. Runner will go back to third.
We've seen this a couple of times, and that foot, look at the position, that left foot right in front of home plate. You've got to keep it in that batter's box. The umpires have been paying attention. They've been calling it really well.
I would like to mention about these umpires, we bring in quite a few of the Division I, Division II college umpires. They are excited to come umpire these games, and we get some of the best talent in the country coming here to make sure these girls have a good experience.
Well, it shows. I mean, the expectations, the level of play that goes along with the umpiring. I had a chance to chat with about a half dozen of them last night after all the games were over.
A lot of these guys were umpiring in the college regionals and the World Series. It's just, I feel so fortunate that they come out here and show us their talent and give us their talent here with these girls.
Hey, and you brought technology into umpiring, and you had it in play a couple of times with each team having a chance to use a replay challenge. That is a great spin. Selfishly, it's great for us on television.
Yeah.
But it's fun to take it next level for the umpiring.
It is, and you know, we've had over the last 13 years maybe 3 or 4 national championship games that got decided by a questionable call, and I just felt like every other sport in the country is now doing instant replay, so why not PGF jump on board?
Thanks for having us back, my friend.
Thanks for being here. It's been a great 2021.
That's a great way to go to break. The president and CEO of PGF, Dan Hay. It's 5-0. 5-0 is the score. Big explosion of 4 while we were visited by the leader of this event. And then this ends things, and a nice play over there at first. Really nice play. Garcia scooped that one out. All right, time for the Grapettes to go to work. Just in and off that inside corner. Drummer was working in the circle. She now works at third base. Team Money Tamara, San Diego State, her dream school. She rockets that one foul toward her bullpen. She's got an affinity for the Aztecs. With softball players she likes to watch as she hits that one off the end of the bat. Couple of hops out to short. Said, I'd like to watch the entire San Diego State team. ... my team.
I love that. My teammate is the new head coach, Stacy Newman, just taking that spot. So I'm really excited for her in that program.
Like with Amanda Freed, there's always 6 degrees of Amanda Freed. You'll never get too far away from Amanda.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No matter where they're holding the trophy, somehow Freed is tied to it at some level.
That just tells you how old I am. That's all.
No. Pretty youthful. Back to the screen. That is the challenge, though. I mean, the challenge of being heavily decorated and being searchable and pictures of gold medals is, unfortunately, there's always a date attached to those Olympics, though. You can always say,
so
I was
true.
8. I was 8 when I did that.
Yeah.
Ashley Garcia struck out as that one is inside, spins her out of the way. So, look, there's no science to it, but there's always something about a team that always is playing a must-win game, always feels like they're leaving the hotel with their bags packed every single day because they're going to leave if they lose. That's been the attitude of the Unity, and that makes teams like that tough to beat. They're more tired than you. They have a unique style of adrenaline. They have a level of maybe fear and freeness that you don't have, the team that went 6-0.
Yeah, that 6-0 team, you got a whole lot of confidence, but have you really been challenged and battle-tested throughout this tournament? This team Unity has had to come through 11 games, win 10 straight to get to this game, so you bet their backs are against the wall, but they've been fighting every single pitch for the last 10 games.
Ashley out of Vacaville, California, Dixon High School, where she's a 10th grader, an all-league player in her freshman year. Really good student. That one spins up and out of the zone. Ashley loves to write when given the opportunity when we're talking academics. One hop to third. Turned into an out. By Emma Knight. Joss Hernandez. Jocelyn, her given name, or Nickel, as she wears number 5, one of her nicknames. Parents playing high school sports, baseball and softball. Started as a freshman, first team all-league this year. 3.7 GPA. Jocelyn shared one of my biggest challenges was dealing with velocity as a hitter. As I get older, they throw harder. She said, I kind of hit a wall when I started seeing 60 plus. She said I went to the batting cage over and over and over until I got my timing down and I got past it.
That's a big jump. Even as a pitcher, increasing that miles per hour, you hit these milestones and these blocks where you just have to work a little harder to overcome.
You see a lot of younger hitters too simplify their swings at that point. They may have had many moving parts early on, and some of those are gone to never return. Starts being a lot more about bat to ball, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. When you think about the progression from 35 feet to 40 feet to 43 feet within just those couple of years, that alone has you adjusting your timing, and then the pitchers are getting quicker, faster, more pitches, more movement.
Ball 4. As she races to first, we asked, where will you be in 10 years? And Josh said, I'll be an Olympic softball player. I'll have a job as sports medicine therapist. I'll live in Arizona, a lot of land, multiple houses in the back for all my family members. And if that doesn't specifically work out, I'd like to work for the Dodgers and travel around. I'm down with either one. They both sound great to me.
I mean, wow on the plan B.
She earns the walk. Hey, hey is Haley's nickname. Permenter out of Fairfield, California. One ball and one strike the count. The PGF 14U Premier Division National Championship. And the final bit of hardware to be handed out to wrap this amazing event. Lifted back of short, shallow left. When 3 defenders come together, nobody makes the play. Walker, White, Harris were all there. Walker, the left fielder, White, the shortstop, Harris, the center fielder, and that one ended up dropping in. Runners on first and third, 2 outs.
That's a tough call. As a shortstop, you go back hard until you hear your outfielder call you off, but in this case, 3 fielders converging in on each other, and sometimes you're running so hard that you can't get your audible out loud enough and clean enough and until you get too close and it's too late. You can see at the very last minute, it looked like White was trying to vacate.
Angela Mesa now. She's another one who dreams of San Diego State. directly off the mask of Brindley Bain. Come out and check on her, make sure she's all right, wearing that hockey-style mask. Still doesn't mean it doesn't rattle you.
Whew. Where are we at, Brindley? You remember?
I've said it every single game, and I say it again. Heaven smiles on you catchers. And us pitchers up here, we love you, and all pitchers love you. Thank you for doing your job. Takes a special breed to want to do that job, Brindley. You got one right next to you who's a catcher as well, who's hitting in a Mesa. One and one to count. Angel loves to watch Deja Mulipola play, especially when she's catching. Her focus, her passion. She said they inspire me. And I've seen her play quite a bit. We've talked to her quite a bit. She is inspiring. 1-2. Hiding from the sunshine under that helmet as she takes a high strike, but it's strike three. Dreaming certainly when they're young to make a difference in their sport. They all share the stories like this. My analyst, it's where it all started. The real dream team, they said, and all the memories that came along with the legendary Amanda Freed and all of her teammates. Incredible. Beautiful Irvine, California, Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, and you. Thanks for hanging out with us. We have appreciated the company, and so have these great athletes. The Unity out of Virginia on top by a score of 5-0 out of Central California, San Joaquin Valley. The Grapettes, and they're trying to keep it right here. And they got a couple of more swings at it. Two hops, out to short. Great speed, not in time. Destiny Harris, a pair of singles.
Harris makes good contact on this, and it's just a little bit of a hitch to get a grip on the ball that allows Harris to get to that bag safely.
Another left-handed bat, Brindley Bain. She tripled. That one high and tight, got her. And a couple of runners on now. Bain, hopefully she's all right. Rockville, Tennessee, Eagleville High School, where she's a freshman, a rising freshman.
Well, Bain, the one that had her bell rung behind the plate and then takes this ball first pitch off the left hand. Sounds like bat, but that's definitely her hand.
Yeah, just trying to make sure everything's in one piece with the hand. As you were saying, took the foul ball directly off the mask. Quite a deliberate conversation here. Mike Moose McNair.
Partner, do you have a swing?
I wanted to check and see if there was an offer at that pitch.
Coach, we got 22 courtesy run.
Got her in the back of the hand, you could see that. And that bat was pulled all the way back.
Yeah, it's always tricky with those slappers because they're coming through the box, and as they're doing that, the hands start to come, but that was clearly pulling back off that pitch.
As he played on a team that went 72-0, won the PGF National Championship at that 10U age group. He emerges in and joins this Unity team. That one high. 1-1 the count to Esther. Yep, time to go back to work. What are you talking about? Just foul, hopping over the bag. Essie's sister Grace is her inspiration. She said, I've learned so much from her. Teaches me about more loving and compassionate approaches to others. Inspires me to be great in school. She reminds all of us that her older sister Grace logged a 32 on her ACT and wants me to work hard to beat her with a 33. Chase that pitch way up, way in.
And McNair is just attacking that high into the lefty. That is uncomfortable. That's that same pitch that got up in on Bain. You gotta have really quick hands to get through to that.
That one is outside, and certainly Scott with a large load to carry as dad at home, as SE shares. Losing my mom was and still is the hardest thing I've had to overcome. Softball has been a nice place for me to relieve the pain of losing her. Friends and family have also made the loss a lot easier. So we certainly lift up Scott for all that he has to do as a dad going the route alone. She certainly hit it hard, but it's turned into a double play. S.E. White playing to honor mom out there. Hit a bolt, but just right at a defender.
There's just nothing you can do about this. Can't hit that ball any harder. You want to see that line drive through, but even if it's just a couple steps off, you're caught. That ball's just crushed.
Emma fouls that one off. That's Emma Knight, Yantis, Texas. Lee and Missy, her mom and dad. That one skips in there. Self-scouting report, she says, I think I have a really good, powerful swing that produces a lot of home runs, an above-average arm and a good glove. I've been called a clutch hitter. That's probably my favorite compliment I've ever received. Does an offer, 2-1 the count. Kelsey McNair. She did, 2-2 the count. Kelsey grabs a handful of dirt, fires it down to the ground. Three and two the count.
That's a good at bat. After check swinging on the previous rise ball, laid off that last pitch.
Curveball out, just off the plate. She took two incredibly close and tempting pitches. So Emma is on. Alyssa Jones gets the call. And Bailey Buckholtz gets the call to run. Jones will hit. Buckholtz will run.
1 for 2. 1 for 2. Number 1, Alyssa Jones.
High bouncing ball out to short. Charging. Throwing. Not in time. The run comes all the way around to score. So Jones hops off the bench, picks up a base hit. Absolutely feels good about that opportunity. And that is a major contribution there. Another run scores, and it's 6-0.
And that is just what aggressive base running does. Look at the head down out of the box. Jones down the line so quickly. And that's Whitmore at second base, does not stop rounding. Great hustle through first. Looking for the call. Meanwhile, while that play is developing over at first, you've got a run scoring behind.
So Jonesy, who's out of New Kent, Virginia. Harris coming all the way around to score. Good to see for Alyssa getting that call. Daughter of Amanda and Randy. And the big sis of Kay May, who's 8 years old. 4.0 student picks up a big hit that time. That's strike one. McCall Sims. Sims hits it hard. Could be two. They get one. No need for two when there's two outs. Still learning the rules of softball up here in the booth. I do know this. It's a 6-0 lead on top in the 14U PGF Premier Championship. Glad to have you back, and certainly Brindley Bain earning all the stripes that go along with being a catcher, Amanda.
Yeah, this is the previous inning behind the plate. Foul tip, takes it off the face mask, takes a minute to recover, and then her at-bat the next half inning, pulling the bunt back, catches it on her left hand, shaking it off, but man, taking a beating on both sides of the field. That's why I wanted to be a pitcher. Just way easier? I don't know if that's the answer, but.
You bear more responsibility. You're exactly right. As long as you can duck out of those comebackers or knock them down. Brianna Allen gets the call. Brianna's out of Napa, California. Vintage High School, where she's a 20-24. Brianna walked back in the third inning. A bolt poured in there by Lily Parrish. Well, Lily's been good. Very, very good. And she gives way and hands it off to Addison Linton. And we celebrate Lily, and we now get to know Addison. First off, your thoughts on what Lily did today?
I just think she set the tone for her team. She went out through strikes, spun the ball really well, mixed speeds, and just really allowed her defense to work behind her. I think, like I said, she set the tone.
Addie tries to hit the outside corner with that one, just missed. Linton is out of Eagleville, Tennessee. Pitcher and an infielder. She says her highlight of all time in this sport is this week. Working away as a team, working out of the losers bracket. She said it's been the best feelings ever that I've had playing this sport, and I wouldn't want to be here with any other set of teammates. As they support her as she works. Yeah, Lily was good. Lily Parrish, very strong. She now watches the daughter of Mike and Abby Hits a high bouncing ball that settles about bell tie. Turned into an out, the first out of the inning.
And this staff for Unity, the pitching staff, has had to work through a lot. Throwing back-to-back games, Addison had to do that. Has a little sore arm. I bet you they all have some cuts and bruises and soreness. It's a lot of games to be playing at the very end of the summer.
Change of pace and a good pitch. Lily Parrish again hands it over to the work of Addison Linton, and Linton with a good-looking changeup. To Kaylee Yaya. We saw a moment ago, Ellie Talley is the new second baseman. Talley was in tight, sneaks right on by her. And it's a base hit.
Now the infield is pulled way, and look where Talley's playing, right next to Linton. So that's a great decision by Yaya to bring that ball with her hard enough to just get it through the infield.
Alicia Duarte walked and struck out looking. Yaya with those two hits. That's a pitch that's up and away. Eddie Buchholz, by the way, stayed in and is playing third base. So she gets a look defensively along with Talley over there at second. Mia Brown is the new first baseman as well, Amanda pointed out to me. Thank you, Amanda. So the Unity, I love this, getting some of the key players a chance to make some key plays.
Now you know you have a deep team when you can just interchange the infield in a championship game.
3-1 the count.
Linton bringing the heat. It's high in the zone, highest part of the strike. We've seen a little bit of a higher strike zone in this game.
That one dips and dives under the swing from Addie. Mia Brown over there at first base is from Fayetteville, Tennessee. Talley at second base from Richmond, Virginia. Shortstop fires it on over. They do get the lead runner. I see White still out there working at short. White fed Talley. Duarte reaches on a fielder's choice. And now Kelsey McNair. High bouncing ball, base hit right field, all the way to third, drawing a throw. McNair right behind, into second, standing up. So Alicia just went all the way around. McNair pounded that one onto the surface with a single.
Yeah, over the top, great spot into that 3-4 hole. Using that hard dirt.
Changeup is high, 2-out base hit. McNair out there at second, Tamara Drummer. That one rolled right side to the bag in time for the out. Mia Brown makes the play. They're counting down outs. They need 6 outs to a championship. 14U, Unity out of Virginia leading. SoCal, the sun setting on this event in Southern California. One What a beautiful sight that is to see human beings out on the beach enjoying safely the sights and sounds. Wasn't the case last year. We go back to work in this 14U game, and we start things here for the Unity with Brown. Mia Ray Brown out of Fayetteville, Tennessee. Dreams of Virginia Tech or Tennessee. Part of that PGF championship team a couple of years ago that was undefeated at a 10U age group. Todd and Sarah, her family. Not quite sure what we're waiting on, but the wait is over. And the first one is outside, 1-0 the count. Brown, an outstanding student. As a matter of fact, in her entire 8th grade class academically, number 3. Outside. Ella's her older sister, 18 years old, and Sophie's her younger sister. Throws the hands at the softball, but it's a foul ball. She loves to watch Jana Johns play for South Carolina. Successful both sides of the ball in Oklahoma as well. She took an unofficial to South Carolina and then started watching her play. And Jana is someone who she is stuck with watching. Well, it took a tough hop. No fun, but a nice job. Rihanna Allen stuck with that one. Mia Brown hit it hard.
Yeah, just pounded that ball. That was hard hit and took a rough hop at the end. But Allen just smothers it, makes the play at first.
Now having right fielder number 10, Riley Johnson.
And now Riley Johnson. We've seen Riley singled back in the 3rd inning, was retired an inning later in the 4th. Stabs at that one, trying to take a bunt with her. And she certainly went around. Johnson's mom, Allison, played Division III field hockey at Virginia Wesleyan. Dad played baseball at Old Dominion. Joshua, played college baseball. Hands in, popped up, right field, base hit. So think about not only think about it, but do it. Rowdy with her 2nd hit.
Well, right out of the box, as soon as Riley knows that this ball is dropping, she's assuming she's going second, keeps her eye on the ball, and when she sees that slightest of bobbles, continues on to second base.
Ramsey Walker double to open up this contest. She chases high up and out of the zone. Also hit a liner back to the circle, was retired in the 4th as well. Ouch. She squared her up right in the ankle.
You could hear this pitch. Ooh, right off the calf. That's gonna hurt tomorrow. Maybe not right now. She's got a lot of, you can hear that. Jeez.
Destiny with an aggressive swing fouls that one off. Desta's out of Norfolk, Virginia. Granby High School. The count is 1-1. And she talks about her challenges, and let's remind ourselves things that push us when we're younger. She said moving from my first travel ball team to this amazing team 2 years ago was challenging. Popped up toward the dugout. It's fouling out of play, and she put it simply. She said, I finally just had to put my trust in the leadership, put my trust in Josh, and I've been very well rewarded for trusting him. But I was tentative at first. Two and two.
I think when you're an athlete in travel ball, if you're too comfortable, you're probably in the wrong spot. You want to be in an environment where you're pushed by not just your coach who's trying to make you better, but by the athletes around you to be a better teammate, a better athlete, a better contributing part of the team. If you're too comfortable, you might not be being pushed as much.
Bounces that one into the dirt. The tag is not made. The throw trickles away. The bases are loaded. So tried to pop the tag at her. Drummer making the play on the high bouncing ball. Nothing was easy about that. You knew when it was pounded into the dirt it would be tough.
And it's the right play. It's just the momentum of the runner and then the awkward turn to make that throw.
Come on, Katie, let's go. 5 for 4. Now batting, number 5.
Kate Brayton gets the call. Caitlin out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Spotsylvania High School, a 10th grader. 2 home runs in the championship game, a state title win for her this year. Mom is Jessica, dad is Joseph. This is a 4.0 student. Talked about the merge with that Mojo program, and it was challenging to get to know other teammates. Bases full. There's 2 runners on out there with 1 out or key. Obviously, you have to keep putting up zeros, but there is an 8 after 5 rule. If you can play 2 runs, you're then 3 outs away from a championship. 2-0 the count to Brayton. The count.
All you're asked to do when you're a pinch hitter is to go in and have a good quality at bat. See a lot of pitches, wait for a pitch that you can do something with, and if you don't get it, hey, you take that walk.
3-0, it's 3-1. Younger brother Nolan, 11. Younger sis Kinsley, just 7. Sure, they both look up to her quite a bit. What an honor. Bro and sis watching you play in this one. High fly, right field. Tagging, come on down, 7-0. Not only watching her play, but watching her drive in a run. Brayton with an RBI.
Time.
And Brayton doing a good job in there, some clutch hitting, taking this ball deep to right field. That'll allow the tag and score. All runners advance.
24. 36 for 24. Number 36, Maddie Floyd.
Maddie Floyd gets the call. Another athlete as things are opened up, and another great opportunity. Getting the call in this championship game. In on the corner. To Maddie Floyd, Mad Dog as she is known, out of Gallatin, Tennessee, a catcher by trade. Carla and Joe are her mom and dad. She lifts that one to left field, late break, coming on in and putting that one away out there. Hernandez with the play. It's a 7-0 game as we move along. To the bottom half of the 6th we go. It's a good day to be from Virginia, at least today. Bottom half of inning number 6 at the 14U PGF Premier Division Championship game. Virginia Unity on top of the Grapettes out of Central California, San Joaquin Valley. Ashley Garcia gets the call to go to work. Loads that back leg and does so. It's a ground ball out to the right side. Turning and firing in time for the out. Talley who came on. Talley makes the play. Garcia on a 4-3 ground out, dealing with Linton in the circle.
One pitch, one out. You got to love that as a pitcher, especially as you get later into the ball game and you've thrown 11 games in the tournament. The fewer pitches, the better.
And if you're just joining us, this Unity team losing in the opener and having to come back and work and work and work. And remind me, Amanda, should they win this one, that's 11 in a row to wrap it?
That's 11 wins. That's their 12th game.
That's exactly right. So winning 11 in a row to wrap it up. Should they hold on? As that changeup flutters in, 1-1 the count. Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, and you. And that Unity coaching staff, I'm sure. Jay Ross, Josh Johnson, Tommy Bain, Scott Young, Joe Braden. Got to be excited with what they've seen. Deflected, recovered. Right behind, and a nice play made by Talley. 1-4-3 on the ground out.
Linton going across her body, slows it down and deflects it over to Talley, who's able to recover and make a nice play at first.
Haley Bacon gets the call to pinch hit. She's out of Turlock, California. She's a catcher and a first baseman. I'll always remember hitting her first home run on this team, one of her finest memories. A rising 10th grader, her first swings in this game. She's in the hole 0-1. The daughter of Nathan and Ashley, and her stepdad is Aaron. She also excels in baseball and basketball as well. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Two and 1 to count. She's got a strong arm, fast behind the plate. Good catcher, good eye. Utility player. She's willing to play wherever I'm needed. The 2-1, she fouls it off. We'll do it now, 2-2.
And Grapettes need athletes on their roster like that because they carry a very small roster. They were able to make it through perfect in this tournament, but carrying smaller than normal on their roster.
Haley sees that one fire right to the backstop. This is a great student, Bacon. Principal's honor roll, helping set up a classroom for volunteering, helping with parents and grandparents with everyday life. Got her that time. Good to see her and introduce her as an athlete, though. Haley Bacon goes down on strikes. We have played 6 in this one. And thus far, the Grapettes with an uphill battle against Virginia Unity, 7-0. Into the burbs we have traveled, and that's a little bit of a deceptive shot as you see the heat working above the trees because it's working in about the low 80s, so there's nothing uncomfortable about being out here now. Certainly it is spectacular. And if you found any sort of shade, you're already enjoying the breeze. This is the final inning of the final game of the final championship of the 2021 Premier Girls Fastpitch. 2 weeks of incredible softball. 2 All-American games. nationally televised, an 18U championship, 2 different levels, same at 16, 14, and 12. And the 10s played earlier today, that 10U national championship. 0-1 the count over the inside corner, and strike one. Bailey Buckholz. Bailey takes high and away out of the zone. '24 grad, lucky number 13. She has to back out of there. Buckholz is Hanover County, Virginia, Atlee High School, where she's a sophomore. Kelly and Curtis are her mom and dad. Dad played football at Virginia. Mom played a lot of softball, just stopped playing pre-college. This is a good student, a 3.9 GPA, National Honor Society. We'll put the third baseman to work. And it's good work done over there by Tamara Drummer, who started in the circle.
I've seen a lot of athletes, some pitchers playing other positions, swinging the bat. A lot of academic-minded, talented athletes.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's very cool to see, because you know what they put into this, how much they work, how hard they work, and then to be able to stay on top of their schoolwork. It just says a lot about who they are as people.
Richmond, Virginia's very own Ellie Talley, daughter of JT and Jess, and Janie as well, as that one sails up and away. High school softball team this year went undefeated, won state. She was a starter as a freshman playing third base. This sophomore also plays a really good game of high school basketball too. She said, I've overcome some mountains I've had to get through as a hitter. I never was the best hitter, normally a contact hitter who finds a way on. I've pushed myself, I've worked harder, there's power in my game now. 2-2.
I think you see a lot of athletes that make that transition and that jump from the 12U to the 14U because of the increase in, just the level of play and the players that you're surrounded with.
We'll do it again. 3-2 the count. Tally shared when we run into her 10 years, she will be a zoologist in a big city, preferably New York City, sharing an apartment with her sister. And now she is on to first, where she will take residence. It's a one-out walk.
Now batting, number 22.
22 for 15.
Haley Whittemore now. She'll get a chance to swing it. With her team up 7-0. Left-handed bat, even stance, center of the box. It's out of Dallas, Georgia. She slaps that one on the ground. It's bobbled, and Whittemore is on. Catcher, utility player, North Paulding High School, where she's a 10th grader. And has been a part of that 12U national team as well.
Well, speed really causes havoc on the infield. Drummer coming across, picks her head up a little early, knowing she's got to be quick, and bobbles that ball.
Got a fun family tie. Her sister, Mary Ashley, a great college golfer at Piedmont College. And her mom played college basketball at Kennesaw State. We've seen Addie Litton pitch, and now Addie gets to hit. Even name Addison, as you can see, of Eagleville, Tennessee. Plays infield as well as pitching. 1-0 the count on that screwball. Two 2-0 the count. Addie's 10-year plan. When we catch up with her at the end of that plan, she said, I plan on being an orthodontist, living in Florida or somewhere on the beach. At that point, my newest editions of Invisalign, I'll make sure she gets my money.
I know there's some great beaches out this way, Addie.
Look at Freed recruiting.
I am.
Come see us in Cali. And she's on. Remember, she'll work in all likelihood that final half in the circle. Caden Camper now. Another athlete getting a chance with all of the team getting a chance to hit, and that's cool. And we've already seen Bacon come out and catch. She was the lone reserve for the Grapettes.
8 for 10. Now batting number 8, Caden Kemper.
Caden from Christiansburg, Virginia. Most of the time able to help her team as a pitcher, but she's got a bat in her hand now. Tanya and Brian are her parents. One played D1 basketball. Grandparents, great athletes as well. And if you want some fun athleticism, my point right here at Camper, this hitter, but she was a kicker a couple of years ago, ages 6 to 10, the NFL National Punt, Pass, and Kick. She won it.
I feel like a prerequisite to being on this Unity team is, let me check your gene pool. Mom and dad play in college, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, who you got for me? Because I don't know that we've heard of a single athlete that doesn't have some sort of athletic lineage going for him.
2-2 the count. Camper does not. Yes, she did. She offered at that curveball. That's a tough pitch to deal with. So with the bases full, Camper goes down. And we've got to know a lot of these athletes. One who has played the entire game is Ramsey Walker. Ramsey's been hit by a pitch, doubled, scored a run. Ramsey's team up 7-0. McNair fires it over the outside corner.
And once McNair's come in this game, she really has quieted the offense. You see right now the base is loaded, but for the most part, there hasn't been a ton of action. A couple of one spots put up on the scoreboard.
Cam Radley gets a chance to play in this one. Radley was in a sling, we saw her earlier, so they're going to carefully give her an opportunity to get in this game. What a neat thing. Out of Gallatin, Tennessee. Gallatin High School, a 10th grader. Daughter of Morgan and Eric. And And she lives by the Amanda Freed new rule because both her parents and grandparents played sports in college.
You passed.
That's fouled off. And in a memorable day, everyone has been able to play. 1-2 the count. That's earlier, protecting that arm.
It's been a long week for Unity.
Bradley has that natural speed. Certainly she'll be incredibly careful out there, but she says my strengths are fielding, being a really smart and fast base runner. I'm a threat to score any time. Prides herself in being astute on the base pads. As the 1-2 skips in there. 2-2 the count.
She's going to have to control some of her instincts if that ball gets by, not to push it.
The Grapettes go to work. That one is popped foul, third base side. Nice play. Into foul territory, put away by Drummer. Tamara makes the play. Started in the circle. They've got one more chance. California-based Grapettes down 7-0. Celebrating this sport in the final championship contest. Amanda Freed and Darren Sutton, the PGF 14U Premier Division Championship. The Unity team out of Virginia. Out of Spotsylvania, Virginia. And Caden Camper looks to take it to the finish line. We saw Camper working earlier. Her comfortable lead right now of 7-0 on top of the Grapettes in the San Joaquin Valley in Central California.
And I love that this entire pitching staff is having an opportunity to contribute in this game. Camper has contributed so much throughout the week. I'm excited to watch her throw. She's got a nice drop ball. She's a power pitcher with a nasty changeup. So you know me and changeups, they're my favorite.
Josh Johnson, been a part of several championship teams. Jay Ross on that staff as well, part of 13 national champions, including the 2017 PGF 10U National Championship. 0-1 the count to Angel Amesa. Tommy Bain is also on that staff. Scott Young as well, and Joe Braden. For Virginia Unity, Johnson Ross as the changeup misses low and outside. They shared their overall team scouting report for the Unity, and it starts with pitching. Pitchers try to keep the ball off the barrel. That's our approach, as that one misses low and in. They know they have the best defense behind them for balls put in play. Team speed and power offensively makes opposing teams stay awake at night, the staff said. Personality is loose, have fun, play the game you love. I hope all of you playing a diamond sport out there, no matter what it is, softball or baseball, I hope that word love is included, because that's how you grow. You love it.
Just missing. Nice swing in the box.
There's nothing wrong with liking softball at all. You're welcome, absolutely. But I think to really play at this level and put in this kind of work, you've got to love it.
Yeah, I think the work is why. If you don't love it, it's not worth it, because it's a lot of hard work.
And you're teetering on that time, Amanda, where we were talking about this earlier, 12, 13, 14, you're kind of either in or out. And you can be in casually. You can play, you know, a role on your high school team, and that's awesome, and you should keep playing. And there may be some rec programs for you, but when you get to this age, playing competitively, at the club level, when you start putting into the mix as that one's rolled to the right side, play is made, 2 outs away from a title. Giving up Friday nights and Saturday nights with buddies and friends, you know, giving up time where you have to study early in the morning because you were working out late at night. You get to high school, you're either in or out.
Yeah, and I feel like you make that decision when you realize that those sacrifices, quote unquote, that you're making don't really feel like sacrifices anymore. You just enjoy it. You love being around your teammates, so it's okay to give up that late night Friday night, to get up at 6 in the morning to go to the field, because you love being there. You love being around the people that you're around. So I don't really remember many sacrifices that I had to make through all the hard work.
Fly ball toward the alley, it's down, it's a base hit. The tumble out there, throwing from her backside. The relay, the tag, not in time. Amesa gives way to Allen, who doubles the pride of Napa, California.
Allen with a beauty of a swing here to right center field to keep her team alive. She sees the ball and the athlete on the ground, so she heads for 2, slides in safely.
Kaylee Yaya's had a good day. Defensively, offensively, she's 2 for 3. Yaya out of Rohnert Park, California. Rancho Cotate High School. And she takes that one up the first baseline, and it's foul, 0-1 the count. Assist plays, so this is good. Played on a 10U PGF team, All-American Sports Academy Morales. Her sister Sadie Yaya. They snipped that one out, didn't they? And that's a nice play. Bailey Buchholz creeping in and does it well. 1 out away.
And taking a peek in and then cutting this ball off. Look at the speed down the line. Yaya's so quick, you've got to get that ball in and out of the glove, throw a strike. She does, and she gets the out.
Alicia Duarte walked, reached on a fielder's choice, also struck out.
Everyone's jockeying for position in the dugout opening.
0-2 the count. Bottom fell out of that one.
You know, this team has felt this coming. I think every game you win along the way, you feel it getting closer and closer. You think, will we ever get there? I don't know, it's so far away, but this team has made it, and they're on the verge.
Virginia Unity lost the opener, proceeded to win 11 in a row. And in doing so, they are the PGF champions at the 14U age group in the year 2021. 11 wins in a row to win the hardware at the Premier Division. Beautiful curveball that disappeared outside. A wonderful opportunity, certainly, for Caden Camper to come on and go to work, and a dog pile for the H's. Hold back nicely on that one, and our hero continues to be outstanding. The 2 catchers that worked in this event. Kate Baden, who caught, Brindley Bain, who came on. Bain was very important and outstanding. And hardware goes back to Virginia. Spotsylvania, Virginia. The Unity with the mantra of playing together, the I in the logo split in half to make sure that you're not thinking about yourself, that you're thinking about your team. A unique approach and a selfless approach too. Sacrifices from the parents And certainly these athletes, that's a good look at Mike Moose McNair, a legend for 2 decades, San Rafael High School as well, the varsity coach. He'll be back to coach many a championship game throughout his career. And on the other side, it's Josh Johnson in partnership with Jay Ross and the staff of Tommy Bain, Scott Young, and Joe Braden. Congratulations to the Unity. The one thing we loved watching was the catching of Brindley Bain. Amanda Freed is standing by. Brindley was great. Amanda, take it away.
Oh my gosh, this was so much fun to watch. Brindley, your team came through the losers bracket. You dropped game 1 in bracket play. Did you ever think you were going to get to this point? You had to win 10 straight to get to this game. You guys came out top. How deep did your team have to dig to get through today?
We have 20 people. We have a big roster, and I think everybody came together, but it took a long time for us to get going. But once we did, I think that we were unstoppable. I always believed we could do it.
And looking back at this experience at PGF, it's going to be unlike any other. What are you going to be most proud of? What are going to be some of your fondest memories of this past week?
I think everything. I think you just got to take it all in. It's an amazing experience for everyone.
Well, you guys were so much fun to watch. Congratulations. Go join your team, and congratulations on your championship.
Thank you.
Incredible poise, great interview, Amanda Freed. We're going to show you the names of our team and our crew, but we want to share some of them. Tech manager is Rick Bruck, handheld operator Todd Andrews, technical director on the drums, and audio Lehman Gamble on the keyboards, Crystal Stevens and Chris Moucheron as well. Cameras, Ben Fosberg, Dan Smith, Dan Walande, Ken Sorgi, Card Bombay, Ken Kane, jib operator Gio Perez, Elvis, which is tape, modern tape, Dave Barry, Misha Lumet, graphics Joe McMullen, amazing, scorebug and drone op Patrick Mott, stage manager the legendary Susan Walsh, AD Todd Morin, AP from Flow Sports Cruz Sanchez, EIC Tom Pierce, and Drew McVeigh. The boss man in charge of all this certainly is John Walsh, a passion play for him, and Dan Hay, the president and CEO of PGF. This has been a great team to work with. It's been a decade John and I have been able to be a part of this together, and miss time from whatever day job we may have in any given year. We're glad to do it, to spend it with Amanda Freed and Dan Hay and all of you. Virginia Unity, congratulations. They are the champions at the 14U age group. On behalf of Amanda Freed and our entire production team, my name's Darren Sutton. As always, this has been a pleasure. We'll see you soon at the ballpark. Be safe, everyone.